DR Sports. I'm here with Tobi and Fuad after the game. Tottenham going to Anfield and getting a draw. I have to admit, right, as an Arsenal fan, right, obviously hoping that Liverpool would win the game, and I thought to myself, Liverpool win the game. But that was a very, I have to take my hat off and say to Tottenham, that was a very, very good performance by Spurs.
Yeah, it was a really good performance. Before the game, I said fortune favours the brave, and I said we'd get a point, and we've got a point. I'm not Mystic Meg, but I'm putting this down to Conte and the players, man. I think he set us up really well. I felt defensively we were excellent today. Emerson Royale, honestly, that performance we've been asking for at least defensively, we've been asking for that all season, and he was brilliant today. Ben Davies was colossal. Son, 20 Premier League goals for the season, no penalties as well. Like that's him finally breaking that 20-goal barrier. But I felt as a team today defensively, we were just really good. And the biggest compliment I can give Spurs today is Liverpool. It took Liverpool having a massive deflected shot for them to score at their own ground. They've been so formidable at Anfield this season, and outside of that, they didn't look like they were going to score today. They didn't look like. So
yeah, the frustrating thing, right, with Tottenham. I know all about frustration supporting Arsenal. The Brighton game, the other games where you've dropped points, and then you see a performance like what you put in today against Liverpool, and you did it against City as well.
Yeah, you see the games against Brighton and Brentford. I think those two teams are two teams that played a back five very well, and I think their wing backs kind of overpowered us a little bit. Whereas Liverpool, I said at the start of the game, they high line will kind of give us opportunities, will give us moments to exploit. And I think today, on the counter, we took advantage of some of those chances. And I think we could have got one or two more. But the problem is I think Liverpool are that good defensively, and it's always going to be tough at Anfield. For me, going in half-time, I was happy with the 0-0. Then it's a case of, all right, can you nick something? Can you defend well? And I thought individually and as a team today, we stepped up levels.
You're disappointed you didn't win the game?
I'm disappointed we actually didn't win the game, in all honesty. I feel like we actually deserved that. Liverpool didn't really create anything clear-cut. We're talking about guys who were saying Mo Salah's best player in the world. Where was he today? Mane, best African player. Where was he today? Luis Diaz even was pretty quiet. Let's be honest. Emerson done an actual solid job on him. So credit to some of our Spurs players as well. I'm not even going to lie. Ben Davies and Emerson today impressed me massively because they're not guys who I think have always had the favour of Spurs fans. They've always kind of had to prove themselves. And game like today, big game, you turn up and you accounted for. And I counted this one as a free hit almost this week. I thought this might be the game which actually kills our top four hopes, I was saying to him in a preview, but the boys stepped up today. And this gives me massive confidence now going into the North London derby.
Right, North London derby, right? Arsenal still to play tomorrow. They're playing Leeds. Two scenarios. If they beat Leeds, then they're going to it 4 points ahead. The other scenario, lose to Leeds, then it would just be, a point? It'd be a point. Either way, whatever happens in that game, it's a massive game, isn't it? It's like literally, because you've got two probably easier games after that than Arsenal's last two. It's a huge, huge game now, that North London derby.
yes, it's massive. It's massive. For me, we were discussing it before the game. Even if Spurs had gone to Anfield and lost, I would have still retained some hope in getting top four simply because of that game. Because I feel like that game just can flip the script for either side. If Arsenal can go there and not lose, yeah, that's a big confidence boost to say, yeah, like we're as good and win tomorrow, of course. We're gonna get top four. Let's be real. Like we are firmly in the driving seat. But I think it's an opportunity for us to lay our marker down and show why we're still in this race for top four. So irrespective of what happens to Leeds tomorrow, we have to beat Arsenal. If we beat Arsenal, anything can happen in the last two games, and that's where I will happily back Spurs to get top four.
Same. Honestly, I feel like now we're kind of next week we have the chance to put ourselves in a driving position, in all honesty. And I think pressure will be a little bit on Arsenal now to kind of see, can they really pull the result? Because Leeds will be playing for something as well. So this will be an interesting, and if I'm not mistaken, they play Everton in 2 weeks as well.
Everton.
If they've still got something to play for as well, that could hit them as well. So
and you got Burnley, you've also got something to play for as well. So
100%. Yeah. So listen, there'll be a lot of twists and turns, and if anything this back end of the season has shown, it's never going to go how you think it's going to go.
Who's getting top four?
Spurs.
And
Arsenal.
You know
Arsenal.
Maybe Spurs and Arsenal. Chelsea. Ooh. We're watching. We are watching.
We'll see.